gonna try something a little different today. So I'm actually gonna kind of record almost like a tutorial type thing. This is one of my galaxy pieces. This is Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I've already got pretty much the base down. I'm just kind of adding the details for the stars. So like the little flares and all that good stuff. What I found makes it a little bit quicker is and just kind of a little bit cleaner overall, is if I put masking fluid down, if I just kind of tap masking fluid like this all over and then do the watercolor, and then I can kind of scrape the masking fluid off and it gives all these stars. So it's just a little bit quicker and a little bit cleaner than adding the stars afterwards, I found. But I do like to go back in with some white ink afterwards and add a little bit more detail to the stars, kind of blur the edges a little bit, because see, these are like, they have really harsh lines. So I already did it here and here, but just kind of blur the edges. So I'm using Dr. Martin's Pen White ink. I'm sure I could find a different one, but this one was given to me, so I figure I should probably use this. And I was really bummed this morning because I had found that I think I had maybe left it open a little bit, and it kind of got clumpy. It was really funky. So I'm using what I can, and then I'll probably have to buy some more here pretty soon. So what I do is I have my piece, and right now I'm using my water brush pen. I like that it just kind of helps blur the edges a little bit more because I can use the water. But so I get a little bit of ink on the tip of my pen, and then I just kind of dab it like so, just like enough to cover the white spot. And then I'll go back in and take some of the ink off. Hold on, I'll just show you. So I just took most of the ink off, and you can really just do that here. Let me see if I can just move the camera a little bit. Excuse my messy workspace, but just kind of wipe it on a rag or something and just kind of squeeze it. It'll clean itself. But so I've got most of the ink off. And then I kind of just go back in and just kind of work it. And just kind of dab it. And just kind of do it over, get the edges a little bit. So I think that one's pretty good for now. And then as they dry, I'll go back in a little bit more. Kind of blur the edges a little bit more. Jace is giving temporary tattoos, so if you hear him in the background counting, that's what he's doing. I got those. Then I'll go back in and add a little bit more ink just to kind of make the white a little bit more bold. And then just kind of work the edges a little bit. You don't want the edges to be too sharp, because if you look at like a galaxy picture, a lot of the stars will have like these kind of hazy, I don't even know what they're called. I just call them like solar flares, but I don't know if that's the correct terminology for them or not. I am not a scientist nor an astronaut. And then, so once, here, I'll go back in, make this one a little bit brighter. This one. I like the whites to be really bold, just to really stand out. All right, see, that's good for now. And then I go back with a super small brush. Usually I use one of these two. I don't know if you can really even see that. It's kind of... There we go. So I usually use one of these two brushes to do the like flare part. Let's see which one I want to use today. So I take it and then just like, seriously, with like the lightest touch, just draw. I've had so much coffee, so my hand is kind of shaky. It makes this tricky. And then you just keep doing that. And sometimes I'll kind of go back in and just kind of add a little bit more kind of messy little flare type things to the edges. The bigger ones, of course, I'll do like bigger lines. And then sometimes I'll have to go back in over the lines because, like, see, it's not quite as bright and bold as I want it to be. See, sometimes it's hard. Seriously, too much coffee. Ta-da! Just keep doing that. And then just like wherever if there's a spot that doesn't have one, I try to add like one every so often. Sometimes in the lighter areas, I'll add a couple more, just because that's what space looks like.
You're so rude. Who are you talking to in here?
I'm making a video.
Oh.
So technically myself. The thinner the lines, the more realistic it looks. So you want to try to get the lines super thin. More thin than that. sometimes add a little bit of extra flares on the corners, kind of make like a little X, I guess. Just kind of give it that super starry sky look.
Mama.
What?
Mama.
Oh wow,
Come on, Grace.
those tattoos are pretty cool.
What, Daddy?
What?
What are you doing?
Jace's showing me his new tattoos. He got Ninja Turtle temporary tattoos. And then I also like to do some smaller ones. So instead of doing the lines kind of up and down, I'll just do the X's on some of the smaller ones. So I'll show you. Loki, go on. Brat cat. Cat of mischief. So see, just ever so slightly. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of show you guys how I do the details on the stars. I'm gonna do some more, but you guys kind of get the idea. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. But that is how I do my galaxy pieces with the stars. Yep. Cool. Thanks for watching.